then, of course, you have Mr. Wilson, the Ying master, as he wants to probably say in his mind. He has had some really good gun rounds with Ying in his hands, but we have seen LA slowly move away from and actually get him on other operators. So it'll be interesting to see what LA is able to do against this Anchorage roster, as Anchorage didn't have their starting five last time they played, which was against my team, actually, Boston, this last Monday, where they lost 7-3 on Cafe. We are going to Border, which is the one map we've seen LA actually show up and put out a display and actually get rounds against the top team in...
There goes Ying.
And there goes the Ying bang. Finally, somebody listens to what I've been saying every time I've casted LA to ban the Ying away from Wilson. But they did manage to get 4 rounds against Miami, who is currently undefeated, and it was on this map. So it'll be interesting to see. They do have the 2 subs in this time around. No Mist for him here, who kind of was, it seemed like their IGL when he was playing. Rumor mill coming out is that he's actually leaving the roster come midnight once the transfer portal opens up. So that's probably why he's not on the roster tonight playing. But it'll be interesting to see what they're able to pull out, especially with these 2 solid E-subs. If I were to have to pick E-subs, I'd definitely pick these 2 guys.
The bans are quite interesting. Yana, Ying, Solus, Mira. Well, Ying, I think, was self-explanatory. That one's targeted directly at D. Wilson.
Indeed. I do agree with the Solus ban. She's a very powerful operator, especially on Border. There's so many soft vertical floors that you can play with. It just opens up a huge dynamic when she's on the board. So taking that away is very vital. I do agree with the Ayana ban away from Anchorage. I believe we banned it against them as well, or I can't recall. No, we did mainly the ace bans, but the Ayana ban away from a lot of gunner teams, as I would refer to Anchorage in this. They have a lot of aim in that roster, and then the mirror ban is pretty decent as well for Border. It just takes away that hard dynamic where you can actually quick peek easier, and especially on a map like Border where you have so many soft walls.
Yeah, I will say that this will be an interesting game. I mean, I think LA has not lived up to their full potential. They have a good roster. And I think with Armor and being here, I mean, I was literally gonna call him Ronald Jonald McDonald III because I was thinking of his Discord name. That's my apologies. But with Winnie and Armor there, I think we're all good. I think this will be quite an interesting game. I don't think Anchorage is gonna run away with this per se. And we'll call. And I was not gonna call him Crayons again. We're not doing that again. So here we go, hopping into the game. This is a very, very
located by attackers.
I guess top 4 possible matchup, because LA currently is sitting right at the cusp of that top 4 if they win this game. If they win this game, they'll move up to 6 points, and that means they're 5th after the Vegas loss. So Anchorage is right ahead of them. Obviously a play day in hand. But here we go into the game. 2:10 on the clock. 20 seconds gone. A little bit of damage done to the Ella, and that's about it. Lonely, actually, I was saying, Sinful picks up the first kill onto that Ella, and he is walking in. Delirious, there's the second kill. Armor's dies to Lesso. Lonely kills ATV 2 Sharp. Lonely just walks in, cleans up 3, takes D. Wilson up, and the fast hit from Anchorage seems to work. A good kill by Armor. There'll be a second if he's able to confirm it. Plant's going down by the Thatcher, and there's the 4th. There's the final kill. Sinful, and that is a blisterous round 1, and I think that was only a minute 20 of time, not even a minute 20 time. 1-0 to Anchorage. Wow.
Indeed, that was basically just a straight up Amaru rush into the building and telling Lonely to go click heads, and Lonely went and just ripped the LA defense apart there. Nothing really structural in that attack. It was basically just go hit site and shoot anybody that moves.
I will say if that's anything what this game's gonna look like, we might be on for something really fast. We might be on for a Hyper Series record for fastest game, but I mean, if you're LA, you got to adjust to that. You got to know. I mean, obviously that's not going to come again, but you got to adjust that. Looks like Anchorage wants to play a fast play style this game.
Indeed, it definitely seems like Anchorage is coming in this one with a little bit of chip on their shoulder after the loss that they took last week. So they're coming in with full guns blazing, ready to shoot anything that moves in sight.
10 seconds left.
Well, they don't bring that Amaru again. They switch Lonely onto the IQ, so just as good of a weapon. I'm assuming she's on the commando. She is on the commando. So here we go. Armored Stace on the Frost. He was the only guy that recorded a kill on the side of the Ascension in round 1, and he'll be downstairs chilling in the front door area, it looks like. But they do bring the trap op, so they do kind of counteract that fast hit that the Anchorage Avalanche showed last time, but I don't see them doing that more than maybe one time. First engagement comes through. Dalder barely survived, but the cluster charge got off and kills Delirious. Opening frag to the Avalanche again, but here we go. D. Wilson, a double headshot onto, I think that, yeah, it was onto Lonely and Canyons. And looks like he's going for a third here, sitting behind his shield, waiting for this, for ISO, I believe it is, to peek. 2 Cade Claws on that one wall. He's going to pick one back up. First stun comes through. That's caught by the Wamai and will not flash him. Actually, that is Sinful out there. There's the clear. There goes the shield of D. Wilson. He takes a little bit of damage from that. His Nitro Cell still in the pocket if he wants to use it. Also has the Cade Claw to trick. Dalder, the only other man that's taken damage in this match, and that's from the first engagement of the round when he was trying to plant his thing on the wall, and that's his second little bit of damage taken from, I have no clue where. I'm going to assume an electrified wall or a spray bullet, and it looks like a reposition is going to come in now from the side of the Avalanche. Minute 28 to go. They want to open up, looks like from the south side. There is a Kapkan sitting in there. He's sitting behind that half wall. We'll see if they push him out. All the yellow pings are through, and that is the push out. Sinful killed Kapkan of Whiny, and a minute to go. Case in hand of ISO. We'll see if they're able to convert that into a plant. Armor was downstairs. He's from where he was at the beginning of the round. ISO drops the case in a precarious position in the office. And now there's the Kapkan of Sinful going to connect on that very weird double doorway. Dalder gets caught to a frost mat. It's 45 seconds to go. Here comes the first pick. Just looked away at the wrong time. Armor on the flank. He gets killed. The confirm comes through by 2 Sharp. 2 Sharp gets refragged by Sinful. 30 seconds to go. Case down. D. Wilson marking that with the TCG-12. It's got the Nitro. Doesn't get through those. It does not damage Sinful in any way. 30 seconds to go. Sinful. D. Wilson. D. Wilson has not adjusted his position yet. He's still watching. There comes the beeper through to let him know that position. 20 seconds to go now. Wilson's going to open up any lines of sight when he can. Sinful is banged up, but so is D. Wilson. Health advantage in favor of D. Wilson. It doesn't matter. The G36 takes his head for a ride, and that is a round for the Avalanche when it probably very well shouldn't have been.
Yeah, you saw LA take the advantage there and was in a 3v1 situation and then just threw bodies away needlessly. Sad to see. We saw 2 Sharp try sprinting back across with essentially no HP, gets mowed down by the Ash. I believe it was the Frost was creeping up east stairs and just completely got slammed by the Ash, who knew he was creeping up that way, and then left them sadly in a 1v1 situation, and Sinful was able to pull it out with that G38.
I thought that the Avalanche were going to be able to turn that round. Sorry, not the Avalanche. The Ascension were going to be able to turn that round into something, but I guess not.
Yeah, it's tough to see, especially with Wilson pulling out that trade and then that pulling out man advantage with those 2 opening kills from the side of LA there, where they almost should have honestly probably killed the fuse on the window and would have had a triple opening kill there.
I have to say though that it is. I mean, LA is so far. It's very early, but LA seems like they came to play today.
5 seconds to go.
I think you just gotta get going, just like Toronto had to get going. But hopefully it doesn't take more than 2 rounds because you don't want to fall into that hole.
Indeed. A little bit of the cheekier plays coming out here. Wilson's peeking out the window there, hoping to get some early pick, and we're seeing the blitz come out for ISO.
So Avalanche have brought in 3 different strats each of the 3 rounds here to start. The first round, very quick. Second round, more meticulous approach. And the third round, it looks like they're kind of bringing a shield. I'm assuming they're going to do something with this blitz. Probably some sort of shield play. Paradox Skip would love to be here in this game right now. But Lonely's already in through the soft wall, and the top floor down clear is happening. Can opener gets the first half. Blitz just doing his roam clear as his job is right now. He's got doesn't have case actually. Dalton's got case, so that might suggest that ISO's just gonna run in and see what he can do with his 4 charges on his shield. Lonely must know that there's somebody in here. Looks like this is just gonna be a cat fight right now. Delirious did a lot of damage on that last puck coming out from the fuse of Dalder. He's down to pretty much minuscule health, and that is why the P10 Roni is not the greatest gun in the game, because it runs out of ammo and that costs Armor his life. But in the same time, Canyons gets picked up by D Wilson. Delirious is still up. This is D Wilson going for broke. Whiny picked up what? And everybody's dead. The Anchorage Avalanche win the round after a flurry of 3 kills in rapid succession, 3-0.
Just out of nowhere there.
Yeah.
It looked like LA was keeping in contention there that round, and then out of nowhere, just Anchorage completely lit up the scoreboard, and that was the wrap of round 3 as quickly as that went.
I was gonna ask you. I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know why. I don't know how that happened, but it just happened.
I don't know if it was positioning or if it just was no call-outs for anybody, but yeah, it seems like LA is just a little bit shaky here on this side of this defenses.
The site there just seemed to become very small for
attackers need to locate and
the
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Ascension. They're going now to their 3rd site. They haven't won one yet, but they're gonna try their 3rd site here, and it seems that the best one was upstairs until that last round. Ragnar, do you see LA winning a round in this half? It's a very bold prediction, but 3 rounds in.
10 seconds to insertion. Bomb located by attackers.
I will say that it's a very interesting game because I think LA, I mean, obviously, if we're thinking that they're playing without their IGL, then, I mean, it would make sense. But even so, D Wilson you really got to help him out. Like, he is playing a great game so far.
Yeah, it seems like, at least for the only people that have really had their guns unlocked, is Wilson, and he's going to be the opening frag here, and then Armor, who's their E-sub, is the only 2 that have more than a single kill to their name on the board right now, and there goes Armor. So
there goes the first, and there's the body shot by Lonely. So and another time where it just seems to not work for LA. D Wilson tried for the run out to pick up a couple of kills early, gets the damage, but no kills to his name. Delirious and that Umper just trying to fight a long range battle. Even with the extended barrel, that up might do about 7 damage from that range. The Ascension have to hold on here for a minute 55 to even have a chance at winning one. Delirious, Too Sharp hold still in sight, but here comes the hit from the Avalanche. Too Sharp goes down. Delirious gets one back, and Delirious is gonna die to ISO's MK14 EBR, and the Avalanche are gonna take another one. 4-0.
And it's starting to look a little bit like Anchorage is going to be running away with this one.
This may look like it's going to turn into a sweep. I have no idea.
I mean, you can't count them out. Any team is able to come back at some point, but it's definitely looking dire for the side.
It's looking grim.
Grim indeed.
The Ascension.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
The Ascension. My earpiece here in the booth has just relayed me information that the LA Ascension have not won a game yet this year, even though they stand in, like we mentioned at the beginning of the game, in 6th place with 3 points. That is not 3 points from a win. That is 3 points from overtime losses.
And
so
overtime losses, their first one was the Montreal. Their second one was the Las Vegas 7, who we just saw get torn apart by Paradox. And then they had a single point
and then
from the Houston Havoc with the no decision issues with the stream sniping and other allegations that happened from that match. Those are the only 3 points that LA has managed to get. The rest of their matches, they have finished 7-1 against Atlanta, 7-4 against Miami, 7-2 against the new Ottawa Stormwatch, and they have not played. This is their match since Ottawa Stormwatch. And finally, we see the guns for LA come alive as they immediately pick up. What was that?
3. Yeah.
Did he just get 3 headshots? That was one person.
Yeah. He got all 3 in one mag, and it is now a 4v1. And we were talking about how LA does not look like a team from Season 2 where they made the run to the 3rd place game and finished 3rd. Well, I think that was
That was Wiley. They're one of the E-subs.
Picked up all 3, and then completely changed the landscape of this round. But I don't think that's gonna shake Anchorage.
I mean, it might bring up the morale for the side of LA, give them a little bit of a pushback, say, hey, we can actually compete here. Let's not just throw this one away. Let's try to gain these points and put Anchorage down a little bit, but we'll have to see how this round finishes out as it's Kenyans, like I was saying earlier.
Yeah, he takes 1. Minute 20 to go. He's got case in his hand. If they play it correctly here, they can just play the trade. That goo mine is going to do a pretty good amount of damage for what it was worth. D. Wilson staking on the TCSG. I will say, quite a interesting pick. I run it occasionally, but I like the AUG 3 much better. But hey, whatever floats your boat and wins your rounds. A minute has come and gone now as we're down to 50 seconds. Delirious is going to do a run-out play, but just rotate through the 2 sites. The 2 stuns come in to clear out anybody close by, but everybody's far away. Goal in the angle that he can walk through there on the main door of the site. There's a second goo. Delirious picks that up off the intel. It's round 5 to the side of the Ascension. 4-1. Going into round 6, the final round before the split. That round maybe changes the landscape of this game.
I mean, at least it gives LA the chance of not being a 7-0 sweep, which they can claim that they have not been 7-0'd. There's a couple teams that have been 7-0'd so far in Hyper Series. But yeah, hopefully they can at least, like, yes, it will be not necessarily a negative side, because you could take border as an attacker side and you can take it as a defensive side. It kind of just plays around the teams that are playing. So hopefully they're able to get the 6th round pickup and split the half 2-4, and then hopefully make a decent more run on their attacker sided. And who knows, maybe we'll see another overtime match for LA, or maybe we'll see Anchorage just completely take the gloves off after that one loss and steam ahead to the 7.
I definitely think, though, that it's very, very possible that LA can, put some fight into this game. But also at the same time, Anchorage
10 seconds remaining.
just seems like, they've been playing the bet. Like, they've had one round, and I think that one round, was just solely based on luck. I don't know if it was lucky because I didn't see it, but I think it was very possible that one round just triple kill off the rip is not going to happen again. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened in Hyper Series history, that's for sure.
Indeed.
Into round number 6.
And with that one round, Wywee is going to actually be tied up with Wilson for top frag for LA. So let's see if he can't make a little bit more magic happen around this 6th round and increase that kill count for the side of LA.
It does look like the Avalanche are pushing the pace. They're already up top doing their roam clear. So it's very, very quick. There's no one up there. The closest person, would be Wywee, who just got droned out and might drop back to site after he shoots the drone. He's not going to shoot the drone. He's just going to run back to his safe haven top east. But Lonely, or not, Sinful, my apologies. Sinful gets the kill on him, so that's great drone work to distract them. The Anchorage Avalanche once again get the opener. Minute 44 to go. Lonely, I think. Oh no, okay, Buck took a bit of damage from vertical play. I'm pretty sure that was that or the hatch. Either way, the second call is going to come in right now from ISO. A minute 30 to go. Half the round gone, 1 kill as they just start making their way down the site. The Avalanche have 2 sharp pinned deep in that corner. Doesn't look like there's any way out. Sinful's going to swing him, but he's in prone. It's a little crazy angle from 2 sharp if he can get this kill. Shuffling left and right, up and down. Sinful, if you're him, use your Krem launcher. He's got to reload that. There it is. Pushes him out. There's the kill. Sinful down to 20 in that engagement. D. Wilson on the T6G again. ISO on the MK. Deep. Armor's off-site. He might be that last opportunity to get any freebies if he's able to come at the right time. First stun comes through. That's going to blind D. Wilson. That's going to push him back. That'll give enough of site control to Anchorage to push up. Lonely gets 1. Lonely doesn't get 2. Delirious and Armor pick up 2 instead. It's ISO and Lonely that go down to their guns. 35 to go. There goes another one to Delirious. Another one to Delirious. A triple for him on the round. Canyon and Sinful drop to his headshot. And now it's a 2v1. Armor and Delirious against Dalder. 30 seconds to go. Case is dead. In the water in sight. Armor and Delirious looks like they're going to hold a cross angle once he gets off Barrack, reinforcing that window. Yeah, exactly what they're doing. Armor picks up the kill. The 6th round goes to the Ascension, and it is a 4-2 split on the half.
And there's what we wanted to see, LA. A little bit of life coming out of the lads. You saw Armor sitting off-site there and was able to go unnoticed and was able to just completely get that flank out and get that crossfire set up. And with him and Delirious popping off, Delirious was able to win his engagements as they swung him 1 by 1 and were able to get that advantage for the side of LA and close out that round. So let's see if maybe they can't bring some of this mojo on over to the attacker side.
See, now I've got a thing for you though. Is Border, in your opinion, a defensive or offensive sided map? In this league, not overall. In this league. In this league, with our competition and our teams. Because me and Vac were saying it in the last stream that Cafe in our league would be more would be more considered a defender-sided map based on our players and our competition.
I feel like it's more of an attacker-sided map in this competition because we saw LA, like for reference, use the LA Miami game. We saw LA have so many rounds where they actually got a plant down. They were in a 1vx on the side of Miami where it's one player against 3 players against 2 players, and LA just lost the rounds. Like they literally lost rounds that they easily should have won in that situation where you have that man advantage and the time is clicking in your favor on the side of attacks. That I feel like this map is more of attacker sided, but the reason why Miami was able to win those defensive rounds is because they have those players that when they needed to step up and pop out and just take it all on their shoulders, they're able to do it, especially against LA, who has sadly not been able to show us much of anything really. And Armor is going to be picked off early there as well.
Lonely gets the opener onto Armor, but the quick refrag by Delirious, and they're bringing the glass. This looks like prime Toronto Paradox right here on this play with glass. There's a Nitro there, but I don't know if that was. I think that's Mute's Nitro. I don't know if that was Mute's Nitro or not, or Warden's Nitro, but there is a Nitro click in there. Case went down for a second, doesn't get off, but the first impact comes through from the Wamai, doesn't hit anything. The second Wamai Magnet's gonna catch the smoke. Crossfire's in, Wamai fully commits to sight, and he's gonna shoot the feed out of Too Sharp. He didn't have the shield fully set up, so that's gonna be a freebie, but Lonely gets picked up by D. Wilson on the window on AC. 1:30 to go, even split, 3-3. The only thing is, why he snuck up? No, he hasn't. Iso's gonna kill him. It's now a 2v3, one being a glass, and the glass has the case. D. Wilson and Delirious outside this eastern side of the map. Second set of tracks comes through onto from D. Wilson. Dalder, ISO, and Canyons all look like they're holding relatively the same angle. They know they're coming from this one way. It's just a matter of time. Actually, as I say that, everybody looks like they're looking the opposite direction. Is D. Wilson now going to rotate up towards east side? And are they going to push in? It looks like they're going to try and push the hallway at the bare minimum. They're going to throw down the tracks to cover off the back. But if timing is correct here, Dalder might be able just to hold a tight angle and get a freebie. But again, Glass does have the Bearing 9 secondary now, makes him a little more viable at close range. Other than that sniper that he has, Dalder engages Delirious. Delirious wins out, gets the damage on him. The yellow ping comes through, so they know where one player of the Avalanche is. The flip side goes on. Do you pick one up here? 20 seconds to go. Probably gonna have to go for kills at this point. There's one. That's Wilson picking up Dalder. 2v2 now, but Mossberg on the other side. Canyons gets dropped. That's by Delirious's glass. But again, Case is in his hand. He's across the site. D. Wilson drops the open hatch. Delirious, you gotta go get this kill. 4 seconds to go. The shotgun wins out at close range. The shotgun's gonna win on the round. ISO wins that one. And there we go. Another round for the Avalanche. Wolf, thank you so much for the raid. That's another one of our casters. Round 8. 5-2 for the Avalanche.
That was insane because you saw LA in a 2v3 scenario almost get it back there, and then all of a sudden it's just dropped hatch and we're left with you having to take the swings one by one, and it just didn't work out for LA there. Maybe just a little bit more time and Gridlock's able to get that kill against the Mossberg at that range, but the side of Anchorage is able to get that defensive round, and they go up 5-2 now against LA.
The open hatch does the damage in that
need
round.
to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Ragnar, are we gonna think about what we said last round and that LA's got a chance to spin this back?
By attackers.
I mean, after seeing that attack plant, I'm just baffled. Cause like, why was the Monty unshielded at that point? He was backed off. He wasn't going for plant. He was literally just crouched, unshielded. Gives away a free kill there, and then we had Wiley out trying to get
5
that
seconds remaining.
flank up, and he's caught out by ISO on the mute there. It just seemed very disjointed. And I mean, if the Monty was going for a plant in that case, which it didn't look like at the time he was, because he wasn't even inside the doorway, why isn't Glaz ADS waiting for someone to try to swing him to get that free kill? It was very, very sad to watch. I'll put it that way.
Well, if you're the side of LA, you gotta hope that Ragnar is right, and this is the attacking side of the map that he says it is, because you got a chance now to win 4 rounds here, which is what you need to keep this game alive. But your first sight is you're gonna be hitting servers, so we'll see what they're able to do. Wilson, who is not able to play Ying this game, has offered to go with the SRK 3000 on the side of the 0, so we'll see if he puts those cams to any use. He won't be blinding anybody, but at least he'll be able to ping them. First kill, come ISO, and that is to the E-sub of Whiny.
Whiny.
I'm just calling him Whiny.
Oh, don't do my man dirty like that. And there goes the other E-sub of Armor.
Too lonely, so 5v3 with 1:30 to go. Too Sharp takes a little bit. The hop comes in from D. Wilson. He just hopped into sight. Lonely's down. I don't know if they know that though. They're able to get the confirm onto him. They're more concerned about one guy in a washroom. There's the confirm still not in. Delirious dies through the wall. Too Sharp picks up the confirm. One man swung. D. Wilson picks him up, but I don't know if he saw the castle close by with the super shorty.
Argus deployed.
APD Too Sharp. You might as well spit on him and he's dead. But the question is, who wins this gunfight between Zero and the castle? This could really, really change the complexity of this round for the side of the Ascension if you can't clear this castle out. Support has come through, though. Sinful is very close by. There's the kill onto castle. Sinful, like I just said, very important that he gets the refrag easy, because now it's Too Sharp with minuscule health. Sinful holds the one way he can come in through that side. And AP and the side of the LA Ascension fall. Match point.
Match point for Anchorage.
Anchorage.
It's sad to see, because it looks like LA will, like, they throw away lives and then all of a sudden they're able to win some engagements, make it a little bit chancy for Anchorage, and then they just, at that point, they've been down so bad that they've lost so much time that they've lost so much health that the people left can't pull the round out, sadly say. Some of these rounds go differently. We could easily be seeing a tie game right now, but sad to say is we're not seeing that little bit, probably 1% more that LA needs to have made this a tie game. Yeah. I don't know if it's because they have the E-subs and maybe the communication isn't there, if it's something else.
I personally, I think that this is one round and done here. I don't think LA's going to take this personally unless we see something miraculous. But
yeah, I'm not in the camp for LA miracles right now.
No, I'm not.
But maybe LA will get some decent pickups in this window that opens tonight at midnight. You never know. Maybe they pull up some pickups and win some matches out, and then play into the playoffs. And you get that LA story coming out of them.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I mean, those 2 rounds that LA won, they've shown promise. It's just that they can't sustain it. It's been that's it. That's it.
It's been fractured. I'll say that. It's very fractured from LA. Their defenses, their attacks, they have good fractured moments, but they need to be able to pull it all together and make it a consistent thing. You can't rely on pulling something out of your rear end and that's going to be your game plan.
Yeah. I don't think that works. But we'll see. 6-2. LA might spin it. Wow. That is a great. That's another one. The fuse of armor picks up Sinful. That's the Toronto Paradox strategy, and it's gonna be a 5v2 advantage for the Avalanche. Ragnar, I think every time we think the Ascension are down and out, and we talk about how we think they're gonna lose the next round, they go out and win it. So I'm just gonna start talking about how they're gonna lose the round next every single time.
No, we can't cast your curse this round. They're gonna lose this round. Just keep it up. Give them whatever they need to actually make this game competitive.
The skeleton key of D. Wilson does some great damage onto his countryman Frost there, as armor gets collected and Dolder picks up Too Sharp. Too Sharp and armor both drop in a span of 2 seconds. Can opener not on the side of D. Wilson. The Ash is just getting pinged by the beeper. He's gonna push through now. 40 seconds to go. Case is down, and there goes Ash. D. Wilson saves.
It's gonna pop.
Saves it with the SR-25 on Flores. 20 seconds to go. The flash comes through, and you might as well just blind your own teammates because that's what flashes do. Case dead, but off-site is Dalder, so this may play into the side of the Ascension, but look where Case is. In the middle of an island. 15 seconds to go.
You might as well just go for kills here.
Gotta go for the kill. And Golder gets it, and he gets the second. The Ascension. Oh, man. The Ascension.
Fractured.
The Los Angeles Ascension had 2 rounds, 3 rounds